touch. I've not worked in insurance for 16 years now, but
nothing's changed. Simon.
Really? Yeah, I'm sure there are a few things that have changed, but I guess that every business. We've got a view in our business. Actually, part of our role is to help our clients be more agile, because actually running a business is hard, whether it's an insurance broker, an insurance company. We've built things, and those things we've built aren't always fit for the future. So we then have to change them, and we have to learn new skills and work with new systems and technologies, etc. How do you think the insurance industry, brokers, insurers are going to go on this journey with data, the Internet of Things that Sharon was talking about, and just how can we use that to build trust, build brand, and better connections with the consumers and brokers and insurers?
I think when you go back to the very start of when you were talking there just about agility, when I look at how insurers, brokers, but also, much more the commercial world at large had to change, had to flex, I think we acquitted ourselves quite well there. If I look at the way that marketing has changed in that space for us, so we used to do broker development courses. Part of our proposition is around helping brokers to develop their people. So we run loads of courses on sales courses, underwriting courses, whatever it is, leadership courses. And we used to be really happy if we got 20 people attending a workshop in Manchester or whatever to talk about cyber insurance, for example. When we run these courses now online, we're getting 500 or 600 brokers attending. And that's just blown our minds. We didn't know that that was possible. Now we know it's possible. So we're thinking, okay, so how do we make it 1,000 brokers? How do we provide enough value through Zoom, through Blue Jeans, whatever the platform that we're using? How do we provide enough value that brings brokers to us? And at the same time, how do we structure our business that we can better serve the brokers? So there's a lot of talk about the environment that we're going to come back into. And I think we're pretty clear it's going to be more hybrid than it was before. And that's also marketing, and bizarrely also affects Oliver in this regard, because your great strength, I think, has always been that you've been on site. And I could turn around and tap somebody on the shoulder and say, listen, we really need this by tonight. And that gets done. Well, actually, we've had to do that virtually, which has been a challenge. I think the Oliver team have done a fantastic job. They're still as responsive as ever, as are the rest of my marketing teams. But in terms of agility and flexibility, we now know that some days we'll be in the office, some days we won't. And some days I'll meet the Oliver team in the office, and some days I'll be there and they won't, and vice versa. And I think that agility piece around how we communicate with our brokers, how the brokers communicate with their clients, it's given us a good bloody shake. But we've now realised what the opportunities look like, which is fantastic.
Yeah. And I think what we've realised going through this, having, over 200 clients and running over 300 dedicated in-house agencies for clients and brands in many different sectors, is actually, being in the same room, whilst powerful and enables, great communication. Human beings love to collaborate and be in the same room. But actually, what really sets our model apart is trust and collaboration, because, you form those type of relationships, but you can collaborate really effectively, as you're saying, with your big conference in cyber insurance in Manchester. You can still collaborate really effectively and achieve different things in different ways via the technology platforms that are available to us. So trust, whether it be in insurance or whether it be in any line of business, including our own, is really, really important to enable human beings to collaborate and achieve what they want to achieve. So, we've found this migration to virtual working at home, a real eye-opener for focusing on our culture and our ways of working with our clients. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it has. I think loads of businesses will have learned so much stuff here. Things that we assumed that were here to stay, impossible to get rid of. We've always done it that way, haven't we? That's opened senior management's eyes to actually we can move quite quick. I think just going back to your point about the trust element, I think we have to innovate to remain relevant. It was just when we were talking about collaboration there, when we look at the way that the economy is moving, and there's loads of new startups. I don't think there's ever been more startups than there are at the moment. Well, maybe not right now, but over the last 3 years, whatever. And their needs are changing. And we need to innovate our products and services. And I think that's where marketing can really play a role in understanding, okay, we've got a new environment. People don't have the fixed asset level they used to have. There's a load of people working from home, or they've got their own companies, or they're doing some weird, wonderful contracts. But it's much more about intellectual risk, for example. It's much more about cyber risk. It's much more about non-traditional insurance. And we have to respond to that. And I think that's marketing's role as an insight function, is to provide guidance there to the senior leadership of the business to ensure that our products and services are fit for a newer model economy.